Okay, so this is a little sequence, front rowing, back rowing, and a rotation as well in there, which is a great kind of combination to do all together. So here we can do this, we're going to have the spring on, so let's go for like, you might have, well, it depends on what's in your program, but you might have a blue and a white, a red, red and a white, red and a blue, or a red and a blue and a white. Yeah, that's pretty grunty, but let's see. You have the option of doing it in a low seated position, but I don't want you to be like this sitting here. So quite often I will do it sitting on the box where you can just take out the hip joint altogether. If you're comfortable, you can always do it in a low kneeling position, but then this requires some flexion in the knees. And we can do the same thing when we're facing here. We can do high kneeling, or we can do low kneeling here, or high kneeling again here as well. But today I'm going to show it to you on the box. It's just the most accessible for everyone. If you are going to do just a warning with that kneeling sequence, if you're doing your kneeling sequence and your hands are in the straps and you're right up here like this, I would suggest to not have your heavier spring on, because this is going to be a lot on your balance as you come forward. This is where you're going to eat shit, basically, if you do fall. So I always say safety first, go for the heavier spring, stay low, and then do it here. It's just a little bit more in the core, but for this exercise, you got that play through the core, through the back extensors, and through the arms. I like to go heavier, I like to go stable. With this, yeah, I like to go safe. So I'm going to put the box on to show you guys, but you guys know you've got all of those options. So I'm going to sit right up on my box, nice and tall, and then I'm going to grab onto the straps. Now, this one is the one that we sit up. Now, there's lots of different variations that we can do here, but I've got to take you through just some of my favorites. The elbows are down, the arms are through the straps, and then from here we're going to pull back with that little row, and then coming forward. So this one's back rowing. We're working through the back of the body as that spring tension comes from the front, right? So we're pulling back away. Pulling back, the elbows are low. And you can do about 8 to 10 of these. So today, well, let's go for 5 more. Now this is the slightly easier one of all the variations that we'll go through in our back rowing. So we may feel like we want to hold back there. We may feel like we want to hold for a little bit longer and move a little slower. You can just decide, right? Last 2. And then the last one. We'll bring those arms forward, and then we can slide the hands through, and we're going to hold on to those small loops. Sitting nice and tall here, we're just going to go for a straight arm pull back. So this is our tricep pull. The palm is facing in, and as I pull the arms back, you can like pause at the top there a little bit to get some time under load. But I'm trying to keep my chest nice and open, and I'm not really pulling back into my whole chest curls forward, right? I'm going to try and sit nice and tall. Should be easy here, but the back extensors are working as I pull back. I'm going to support with my core. Keep those arms nice and straight. Back of the arm starts to work, back of the shoulder still working. Last 2. And then the last one. We'll go straight into that wide pull, pulling back. Now, if your spring feels a little heavy to be pulling all the way back to the shoulders, just don't do it. Decrease the spring if you need to at any point. This one, the palms are facing forward, and we can do a few with the palms facing forward. Why not? We can also turn, so the palms face down, lead back with that little finger. I'm going to adjust my strap there a little, my grip, as I pull back here. Now my palm is facing down. Still wide, I got 5. Why did I say 5? 4, oh, it's quite hard. 3, I haven't even got a very heavy spring on. 2, and 1. That was well over 10, Bree. Okay, relax there, I need it. Hands out the front, we go for our bicep curl. Elbows bend and extend. All the way to straight with those arms. Now, if you feel like you need a little bit of more spring tension, but you don't want to chuck a whole extra spring on, you can always hold up higher on the ropes, and vice versa. Go a little lower. Go down to those lower loops if you want less load. See how it feels for you. All the way to straight. Keep that elbow lifted, but the shoulders down. So I don't want this happening, right? Drop the elbows down if that is. Last 3. 2. And 1. Bring those arms all the way forward. Okay, 1 strap on. So I'm going the left strap onto the shoulder rest, and then my left hand comes across and picks up that tiny loop, and then from here I'm going to rotate. So rotating around towards the opposite side from where the strap is coming from, right? Pulling around, that's where you've got your work. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Arm comes down, pop that there, and then the other arm comes across. So from here, rotating towards the strap with the hand in it, and then I'm rotating away. We're rotating around. That pulling arm comes around and I rotate towards it. Keep the fist wide to get more work through the back of that shoulder. 5. Think about that crisscross across the front of the ribs. 4, like a seat belt. 3, 2, 1. All right, bring that arm all the way forward, strap onto the shoulder rest. Okay, there are different variations that you can do there, but this is just one very simple basic. If you remember anything else you want to do it, do it. I'm going to turn my box this way, and I'm going to push my box slightly forward so that I've got more edge off this edge and less edge off that edge, and then I can sit quite far back, but don't sit so far back if your box is hanging off the edge like that, because it'll tip, right? But I like to bring it forward a little bit so I can wrap my legs around here. Now, this spring doesn't want to be too heavy. I would say this is the rotation one, right? So I don't want to go too heavy here. You probably want something like a blue, or a blue and a white, or maybe a red, but yeah, I'm going to go for a blue. You see how it feels. Here, I'm squeezing, or you can be in your low kneeling or your high kneeling position if you've got no box, so not high kneeling on the box. All right, bring your hands into the strap, square and stable. So I've got my far away hand, so the hand that's closest to the foot bar, in first, and then my other hand comes in and just nestles in beside there. I'm going to squeeze the box. I'm just going to hold here. Even holding here, I can start to feel a little bit of adduction, so inner thigh work. And then I'm going to keep my shoulders square towards the box, or towards the side here, and I'm going to bring my arms away, and this should give me a little bit more load. So I'm going to hold here and I'm going to breathe for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rotate towards the pulleys. Breathe out, rotate away from the pulleys. So think about that small rotation. My hands are staying in line with my sternum, my arms are strong and straight, and I'm rotating, for me, to one leg and then the other leg. Remember that clock, so it's like the hands are at 12 when they're out in front of the chest, so we go towards our 1 or our 11, and then to the other side to the 1 or 11, right? So it's just that really small movement. I'm not going all the way around and then all the way back with the arms and not getting that beautiful rotation through that mid-spine. Last 3, 2, and 1. Good. Sometimes there I like to do another set on that same side, but just so that we can get through. This is just reminder videos, right? You guys know these exercises really well, but just in case you forget, come back to this. You can even practice with this. This is still a great workout, but you can always make it a little bit more challenging just depending on how you feel. Legs around the box again for me, and then far away hand into the strap first. Hand to the pulley just guides in there. And then from there, out with the arms and holding here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Around towards the pulleys and then to the other side. So not all the way to the pulleys, it's just that small little movement. One side and then the other side. The hands are coming with the torso. The torso is not coming with the hands. The torso is the mover, not the arms. You got 5. Breathing out, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I feel like we need a bonus one. Last one. Bring your arms all the way around. Now I'm just going to pop that strap back onto that shoulder rest, come off my box again, and then turn my box into the long box position. Now this one you can be in your low kneeling or high kneeling, but again, not on the box. You're on the carriage, toes tucked under. I'm going to lower the foot bar down here so it just doesn't get in my way when I put my feet up here. Now, chest press, we're going to do our forward push, we're going to do our offering, and you remember you've got this one, the chest press with the palm down, so you might, maybe I'll do both of them, maybe I'll do all 3. So I'll do them all, but we'll just decrease the number a little bit. So let's do 6 of each. Blue spring, blue and a white, or a red. You could be on a red and a white if you are really strong through the chest. Now, I'm actually changing my mind again. So we're going to do 5 of each variation, and we've got a single arm at the end with our rotation, just so I can remind you of that one, because that's great. I love that one. Okay, I'm like, oh, there's so many. I love them all. And I just want you guys to, get the best that you can be. Be the best that you can be. So both hands into the small loops there, and my knees are right over the end of the box. So if you're sitting too far forward and you're tall, your feet are going to be on the floor. But if you shimmy back a little bit, then you should be able to have those feet off. Palms up to the ceiling, elbows in, and then sitting tall. And then from here, we're going to push your arms straight forward. Palms are staying up, and then come back down. So push those arms forward and then back. So as you push your arms forward, allow the shoulder blades to push forward and wrap underneath the armpits, and then back. Don't get pushed back, don't lean back, you're sitting right above. Okay, that's the last one like that. We're coming in. This time we're going to go push forward, and we're going to open the arms wide, just into that T. And then we're going to close the arms, and then we bend the elbows. So you could stay with that. Push your arms forward, open your arms wide, close your arms, and then bend your elbows. So stay with that pattern, or open the arms and close the arms. And just try a few more of those. And close the arms. And close. Palms are in. And close. Bend your arms. I like to bring my toes to the gear bar there, just so that I can have no spring tension or rope tension, and then just relax the arms in between here. We're going to turn, so you could do more reps, but less variations, or whatever you want when doing it. But today, this is what I've chosen. Palms up. Push your arms down now. Palm is down. And then from here, we're going to go into our capital E. Elbows stop when they get to the shoulders, and then push those arms forward. Reach the fingertips right forward, and then back. And then push those arms forward. Slowly control back. I'm not coming back until my arms get pulled back, right? I'm controlling back to here, and then pushing. Don't lean back, lean forward. You've got to keep your ribs over your pelvis. Last 2. And 1. I said 5-ish or 6-ish. I started with 8-ish, but then I gave us more variation. 1 strap onto the shoulder, so I'm putting my left strap down there. My right hand is going to stay in the strap. Now, we are going to do a single arm. So if you've got a heavy spring here, I haven't gone too heavy so I don't die in front of you guys, but I would be going heavier than what I am on right now. But for the rotation, you might go for something like a single arm. You might go something like a white spring, or a blue spring, or a white and a blue spring. So just see how you feel. The arm comes in, so elbow in beside your rib cage again, and then we're going to rotate. And as I rotate, I reach my left arm forward. My hand stops at my rib so that I don't cut my ankles off. I can still got space for my feet there. I'm going to sit tall. I'm going to feel like, yay, I love this rotation. And then I'm going to push around and go, yay, I love this one too. And then I come back. And then I push around. Let's just go 6. 5. Reach that arm forward. It just comes straight forward. It doesn't come forward and across. 3, 2, and 1. Bring the toes to the gear bar. Just pop that strap back onto that shoulder rest there, and then the other. So sitting nice and tall, hand stops at the rib, and when you rotate around, don't let your arm go back, right? So the hand stops here. Sit tall, and then breathe out, rotate around, push around. Inhale back. And back. You got 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Toes down. Put that strap down or onto the shoulder rest. Park the carriage, and then the legs can come off.